Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Age of Engineering! I did some stuff in between the episodes, but before I show you what I did, I want to get something started. And that is our Awakened Core. Our Awakened Core that we need to craft our Dimensional Builder for our Draconic Flux Capacitor. Yay. Yes. So, oops. So it requires 4 Wyvern cores. And, wow. Wait. 4 Wyvern cores. And, oh, I need another. Oh my goodness. I need another injector. Good thing I have the one I was gonna make. Hopefully that'll work properly. Okay, so 4 Wyvern cores, 5 pieces, 5 ingots of Awakened Draconium, and another star. Let's start. Yep, there we go, and it's charging. So while that's going, it's gonna take a hot minute because that's what it does. Let me show you what else I've been up to in between the episodes. As you can see, we're getting right up there with our HDPE pellets. I had to empty this tank of oxygen once, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to do that again, so that's good. I also put, oh, I'm gonna have to replace this one again. I also had to put a gas tank up there because this was producing too much ethylene, and when it gets full, it won't produce the substrate anymore, which is, if you remember, what we need to make the pellets. So I've just been kind of making some basic tanks and then just switching them out every once in a while. They're inexpensive to make. As you can see, it's just some osmium and some redstone. And they hold quite a bit, so they tend to be useful. Yeah, they hold, what's that, 64,000 millibuckets, it looks like. So, yeah. That's going along nicely. Unless it gets stuck at 22% again. So over here, I set up our stuff for building dimensions. You'll remember we built the Dimension Inscriber and our dialing device last episode. I have the matter transmitter, which we started on, and then of course the Dimlet workbench. And what I did for this, because it can't possibly hold all of the Dimlets that we have, is I just took the storage crate and I moved it with a chest transporter, and I just moved it on top and then moved a stack of every kind of Dimlet into here. So when we want to build something, say we want a world filled with milk. All we have to do is go like this. If you double click it, it automatically fills in all the Dimlets that you need down here. Plus we need a liquid absorber, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner. And that obviously has to be filled with milk because that's the way they work. You can't just build random dimensions, unfortunately. Still going, huh? Alright, that's fine. I don't know why this gets stuck. It's very weird. You're receiving power, right? And yet, somehow, you're not sending it. Is that better? Looks like it. Alright. We'll just leave that alone for a bit, and I will show you what I did up here. I added another solar panel! Yay! We're gonna need a lot of power. we're going to need a lot of power once we get to the atomic multiplier. So my final plan is going to be for 4 tier 4 solar panels to go up here. And hopefully that'll be enough power for us. I hope. But the first thing I'm going to do with the atomic multiplier is multiply these so that I can make the tier 4 ones. And that's going to take a while. That's going to be a lot of... You're still on 33%. I don't get it. If anybody knows what I'm doing wrong here, let me know. It's very frustrating. Alright, well, anyway. The other thing I did out here was I actually, because I was creating the wyvern cores for the, I'll show you in a sec. For this, the Draconic Flux Capacitor, it needs all these Draconic Energy Cores, which are Wyvern Energy Cores, and Wyvern Cores, and yeah, it's a pain. I have it completely automated in the system, but my diamond production, oh, come on now. My diamond production was going wacky, and I couldn't understand it. I didn't know why it wasn't working. Turned out that some of the stuff was getting confused. Like, I had the stuff going in here for making the 2 different kinds of diamonds, and that didn't work because it would get confused. It would put in, you know, because it would have so many things in here, and it would try to put in, like, obsidian and a blaze rod and a flawless diamond, and it wouldn't work. And the filters don't prevent that because we need each of them for the recipe. But... so what I just did was I set up another docking station, and it's set up in exactly the same way, only it has the ingredients for the end diamonds alone instead of the end diamonds and the fire diamonds. So that's something to watch out for if you're crafting massive quantities of diamonds. And the final thing I did was I got tired of running back and forth to the overworld to set this thing off when it started raining. So I have it set up that it will turn off the rain automatically when it starts raining. I built this, which is a rain sensor, which was not that expensive to make. Do I hear a skeleton? Really? Really? I'm talking to the people here. You mind? Rude. The rain sensor. Rain sensor. It's just slabs, redstone, a pressure plate, and a bucket. Like, super duper simple. Like, for something coming out of Draconic Evolution, massively simple. And then I have this set up so that when it gets a redstone signal, it stops the rain. So now, I don't even have to be in the overworld, it just stops the rain by itself. I have those chunks loaded as well. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. And it didn't work. So let's see how this is doing. Still... now you're at 0%. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, well, I'm gonna mess around with this some more, and I will bring you guys back when it's finished. See you in a bit. Here we go. So, what I did... yay! I just closed the gap in the wall. I don't know if maybe it's these cables or what, but I changed this all over to Ender energy conduits, and that seems to be working a lot better, honestly. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's a glitch or if I just don't know what I'm doing, which is always a possibility. But, you know what that means. It's time. It is finally time. We have our Draconic Flux Capacitor. Whee! What am I missing? Oh my god, what are you... oh, machine frame? Oh, that was a panicky moment. Oh. Alright. One machine frame. Oh, where'd you go? You can see I set up the chests again in the same system I did last time for the solar panel. And there we go! We have our dimension builder. I feel like this should be worth a trophy. It's not, but I feel like it should be. Alright, so we wait for this to charge. Oh, so excited. While we're waiting, let's make some tabs. Dimension. We'll need empty ones. Let's just make 5 of them to start. And then take these and put them in here. Oh, you can only do one at a time. Okay. So, what do we want to do? You know what I should do, actually? I should make a biome absorber. I need another. Because we want the dimension that we go to be like a friendly biome. Right, machine frame. It's over here. So let's make an absorber. Ooh, magic absorption. Terrain absorber, feature absorber, time absorber. Those are nice. The time absorber, if you can get them to work properly. They let you make it so that it's always day or always night or something. It's very useful for if you're doing solar power. Okay, so biome absorber. Let's go and put this thing outside so it can absorb the biome that we're in, which is mining biome, which is a good biome to have when we're going to be mining and looking for dimensional shards. Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. The sky just cleared all on its own because of our celestial manipulator. All right, so this one is very simple. It doesn't require redstone signals or anything. You just plop it down in whatever biome you want to pick up, and it starts gathering it. It's kind of a slow process, as you can see. It's only at 10%, but you don't have to do anything, and it doesn't use anything up. Like when you use the material absorber or the liquid absorber or not the terrain or the feature, but if you use these to create specific liquids and things, it will actually use up the liquids that you wait, what is this? What in the? This, like, I'm not crazy, right? This looks different. Whatever. Yeah, so if you're trying to make a draconium dimension, you need to use, you're going to use up a lot of draconium before you can make a dimension out of it. And also making dimensions out of more rare materials costs more RF to create them, and it costs more RF per tick to maintain them. And it is very, very important to maintain the power to the dimensions that you go to. All right, this is going to take another couple minutes, so I will bring you back when it's finished. See you in a bit. All right, we're at 100%, so let's gather this up and head back inside. Now, if you mouse over it, you can see it's owned by me. The biome is a mining biome, and it's absorbed 100%. It gives you instructions. That's good to know. All right, so Dimlet Workbench. Mining biome, double click, and it fills it all in automatically. Yay! So what do we want? What else do we want? No effect. Effect Dimlet none. That's what we want. I don't know if you can hear my cat out there. Is it? Where is it? There we go. This is a good one to have because there's a lot of effects that can hit you in a... what do you need? Currently not craftable. Why? Why are you currently not craftable? Oh, okay. Because you need stuff from... I guess that's a good thing to be able to craft before you have the Dimlet workbench. Okay, so, I forget what order these are supposed to go in. The effect as none. So now that we have two things in here, we have the effect Dimlet as none, and we have the biome Dimlet as the mining biome. This is going to create a dimension for us. Everything appears to be alright. Good to know. And everything else in the dimension is going to be completely random. If you don't have any Dimlets at all, and you create a dimension tab, it will create a completely random dimension, which is always interesting. There we go. This is our very first realized dimension tab. So, put it in here, and it's building the world. And there we go. The world is built, and it is being maintained. You can see the RF is going up. The maintenance cost is 320 RF a tick, which is pretty easy for us to maintain. So to get there, we should have named it. I believe it's this one. But we click on home, which is this matter transmitter right here is home. And then we click on the dimension, and then we dial. And then we get our advanced charge porter in our hand. Make sure it's set to home. Because if anything in this dimension is horrible, we're gonna want to get out as soon as possible. So here we go. Oh no. Hello? Ah, there we go. So when you teleport in, a matter receiver always appears on the other end. But it's a good idea to keep that powered if you want to come back to this dimension. Which I don't think I have any power cells right now. I don't, but I can make some later. So let's dig around a bit and see what's here. What we're looking for are dimensional shards, because the dimensional shards are what we need to make infused diamonds. And infused diamonds are what we need to make the atomic multiplier, which is our next step. See? Infused diamond. Dimensional shards. It's also used for making some advanced stuff. Wow, my durability is getting low. It's also used for making some advanced stuff in different RF tools things. All right. I'm hoping this whole thing isn't going to be... I'm just gonna dig straight down. Is it a bad idea? Yes, absolutely. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Dimensional shards are generally located fairly low. But if the entire world is nothing but chiseled stone, that's not going to help. Oh man, it's looking like we may not be able to use this dimension. That is a pity. And here's bedrock, yep. Okay. Well, let's build up to the, or let's see if there's a surface we can get up to. I think we may have gotten unlucky in our first dimension here. We're at Y level 84. And no sign of any kind of surface yet. Minimap's going crazy. It thinks we're in the end. Alright. I think we're gonna call it. I think that's it. Alright. Let's go ahead and head home. I'm not going to bother powering the matter transmitter there because we're not going back to that dimension. Sure, we'll keep this chiseled stone. Why not? All right. So that was a failure, unfortunately. Interrupt that. Take this out. Eventually it will lose power, and once it loses power you don't want to go there again. You can recharge it by putting it back in here, but I don't think we're gonna bother with this one. Although actually, let's extract our stuff out of here and create another dimlet to make sure that we get a different world. Let's see, what do we want? What do we want? What can we put in here? Let's just put in a digit. A digit is a way. Digit dimlet. Nope, we need a redstone torch. So a digit dimlet is a way to make sure that you don't repeat the same dimension. If I were to take this biome dimlet and this effect dimlet and put it in here with nothing else, I would just create the exact same dimension over again. And we don't want that. So a digit dimlet, this one is 0. This will allow the creation of a new dimension with these two effects, or these two dimlets in it, but it won't be the same as the one that we just made. And to change the number on these, you just craft them. You put them in the crafting bin, crafting grid, and it changes to digit dimlet 1. And you can just keep going on like that to get more and more digits, if you want to keep trying for this same effects in a different dimension. Okay, so let's name this one. Let's name this one as try 2. And then we store them. Now we have a realized dimension tab. Creation cost 1300 RF a tick. Maintenance cost 10 RF a tick. Nice. So throw that in there. What we're hoping for is a dimension that has dimensional shards in it. There we go. And it's charging. So we can go ahead and dial it up and go see what we can see. All right. From a complete stone world to, it looks like a void dimension. Oh, man. Okay. I mean, true to form, it is a mining biome. Okay, well, that one didn't work either. Oh, hey, there's a slime island, though. That's funny that that would pop up here. Yeah, anyway. Let's head home. That's another useless one. Alright, I'm going to keep writing worlds and trying dimlets, and when I find an interesting one, I will bring you back. See you in a bit. Okay, well, unfortunately, that is actually all the time we have for today. um, I was trying out a bunch of dimensions, and I couldn't seem to get anything that wasn't a void world. So, I made the terrain absorber, so it'll be a normal terrain, hopefully, wherever we go next. But I will continue checking out dimensions in between episodes and looking for some place that has dimensional shards. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited. We finally got the dimension builder done. Oh! Anyway, thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you again next time.